Hey everyone, and welcome back to the MitchBork YouTube channel. Today we have another reaction. Would you believe it? Um, it is not a Marvel or DC trailer, but it is a DC video game. Today we're going to be doing a reaction video to the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Suicide Squad Insider #1 story and gameplay. It is 19 and 29 minutes, 90 minutes and 29 seconds long. Now, I don't know if they're going to talk about it in the video or not, but I'll mention it here. The game was meant to be out already, like in May, just in May this year, 2023, but it got delayed by like a year. And I'm a bit concerned because from what I've been hearing on Twitter, the concerns that the fans gave feedback to Rocksteady, and the reason why we thought they were, which was about the Marvel's Avengers esque gameplay and statistical bullshit where it's all MMO sort of the armor stats, weapon stats, and all that, and the fact that everyone could use the same weapons, even though King Shark, Boomerang, and all of that lot would have their own individual signature weapons. They could, for some reason, are able to interchange like primary weapons. It's strange, and they also don't like the always online stuff, which is looking to be the case as well. So this is looking like a freak shit show mixture between Gotham Knights and the Marvel and not the Marvels and Marvel's Avengers. So let's watch for ourselves. Let's gain our own opinion, and let's see if they addressed the issues that I had. So without further ado, let's get into this, shall we?
Where are we going? And who are we killing?
I'm Darius Sadigian, studio director at Rocksteady Studios.
Hello, mate.
My name is Axel Ribby, and I'm the game director here.
Eyes up, people. Let's go.
At Rocksteady, storytelling and character depth are the core DNA of our game. These are not features, but Rocksteady fundamentals. With Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, we wanted to tell a new story. We wanted to expand the Arkhamverse. Coming from Batman, where it was just from his perspective, just from his lens. Now getting to see the world through the villain's eyes was really the hook for us.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a third-person action shooter that can be played solo or with your friends.
It's a story-driven game that highlights Rocksteady's experience in bringing characters to life. As a Suicide Squad, you'll be forced to take on an absolute impossible mission. You must kill the Justice League.
We want the mechanics of the game to really reflect the personalities of the squad.
I'm always first on the trigger.
We want their moves to be flamboyant, exaggerated, chaotic.
Let's make like cheap chewing gum and not stick around.
Now, our 4 members of Task Force X find themselves inside Metropolis. At twice the size of Gotham City in Arkham Knight, it's big, it's loud, it's a battlefield. It's a place built for verticality, mobility, the unique fusion of enhanced traversal, gunplay, and melee weapons, creating a supervillain empowerment that we think is a totally original gameplay experience. There was just an opportunity there to expand into co-op and have this dynamic world where friends can come together to share an experience. Or players can go solo, switching character members between missions while savoring each and every story twist.
Do you feel it? The swell of pride for what we have accomplished together.
We want to welcome you all to the first episode of our new series, Suicide Squad Insider, where we will provide a deeper look into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Over the next few months, we'll be unpacking the game, answering your questions, and sharing a few surprises as we move closer to our launch on February 2nd. We'll also cover how Rocksteady will continue to support the game and its players post-launch with a huge amount of free content.
On this episode, you're going to hear from different members of the Rocksteady team as we explore more of the game's story, the world of Metropolis, and the core gameplay experience.
The Suicide Squad. A fitting moniker.
Let's jump into it.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it there real quick. From the introduction, the gameplay seems a lot more immersive in the sense there's less of a HUD. Although they could just turn it off for the trade for this particular thing, because they can do that. They could just switch it off and then because a lot of games do that, where in the game, in like the reveal or whatnot, the deep dive, they'll turn off certain settings and then turn it on for the full release, because it is down to you. You can yourself turn off the HUD if you wish in most games. So I mean, if this is how the game's going to ship default, it's already a better choice with the lack of a HUD. Not complete lack, just a minimal HUD, very minimal. People prefer minimal now. That's it is what it is. Yeah, you do have a few people who do prefer to have the maximum input HUD, where they can see every little thing and micromanage their damage output, health input, and so on. So they like to do that. Me, I'm just more of an immersive story guy, and I play multiplayer games here and there. I'm currently really, really, really into MWZ for Modern Warfare 3. So I'm having some issues with that though, because the servers are dog water, but I'm really enjoying the game still. So that is one thing that's good. But with this, I just hope it ain't like the whole PR jargon where they're covering their backs, because they do. Rocksteady have made great games. The Arkham quadrilogy, it is a quadrilogy. Oh. The 4 Arkham games, although they only made 3 of them, I believe. I think the other one was Quebec, Montreal, or something like that. Warner Brothers Montreal, I think, that did the Arkham Origins. One of the games that they were done by different developers. But the same developers actually did the same studio that did Gotham Knights, actually. So but Rocksteady have made 3 brilliant, fantastic Batman games. Arkham Knight did really well on my channel, actually, view-wise. So I'm wondering here if they can still pull their weight and make something fantastic. So I've done my little speaking. Let's get back into it.
Normally, when you make a game in a superhero universe, the protagonist is the best person for the job. The squad are definitely not the best people for this job. They're the only people available.
Hey, Suicide Squad! Fuck you!
So it gives the narrative and the gameplay a kind of frantic, slightly panicked feeling where they are trying to figure this out as they go. The Arkham games weren't gritty because Rocksteady makes gritty, dark games. They were that way because that's what suits a Batman story.
Every game we approach that with a similar mindset of just like, how do we enhance that experience? How do we excite players in new ways?
Yeah, new criminal record!
For the studio to try something new and stretch our legs, a shooter first with the high, powerful traversal elements, was coming out of our comfort zone somewhat, but we wanted to see what we could do to put an Arkham spin on the action shooter space.
Now get your damn gun out!
In true Rocksteady style, the cinematics are kind of the heart of our story. It's the most cinematics that we've ever done, and every one of them is crafted to perfection.
We're not just trying to do what we did before. We're making something which fits the source material that we think will make for an interesting story, but will feel different.
To introduce you to our story, let's jump into an early part of the game.
Okay. Already, real quick, I'm not a fan of the whole the shield logo, like the little things that you pick up. That's very, very reminiscent of that Gotham Knights game. And please don't be just a material collecting game. Gathering materials to upgrade shit all the time is just tiresome grinding. If I want to do that, I'd go and play fucking Destiny 2 or Marvel's of... Actually, no, I don't think you can. I think Marvel's is done now. But I would just go and play one of those games that just do it better. This does... I don't know why they need to make these MMO games. What's the point? Just... Maybe it ain't for me. Maybe. But Rocksteady going this far out of their comfort zone is a bit wild to me. It doesn't quite make sense. But we'll... Because they already have a niche, right, I guess. Their niche is hardcore, story-driven, single-player games. If you want to try and branch out and do co-op, that's fine. Go for it. But to go into an MMO-style game, it's like, oh, Lord above.
Amanda Waller, the director of the government agency Argus, sends the team behind enemy lines into Metropolis.
Harley Quinn, should you not be more cautious?
She ain't wired that way.
Oh, Deadshot.
Hidden in an underground train station, the team finds a secret elevator.
Until we figure out where the hell we are, let's play along with Mauler.
Oh, is this a superhero museum? Hate superheroes. And museums.
I've seen it on TV. It's the Hall of Justice.
So let's rob the place!
Idiot.
That's pretty cool.
Through these doors lies the inner sanctum of the Justice League. Sounds very grand, doesn't it? And it is.
She's a dame who can almost make me listen to a boring PSA.
Don't touch anything that's gonna set off an alarm. I ain't fighting any supers for you.
I have read much about the Justice League, and still, they are larger than I expected.
Those holograms aren't actual size, Shark Man.
It's so true to the characters that they're in Hall of Justice, and the first thing they think is, what can we steal?
Hey, man, watch the
Ah, shit!
glass.
I'm okay.
What the hell you got there?
Thought this baby was a myth. Speed Force Gauntlet. Back when Doc Savannah tried to lift Flash's gimmick.
Pretty cool.
Miss you, Red.
R.I.P. Ivy.
Ah, shit! I'm still okay!
Baby!
What's he gonna be taking out? Riddler's hat.
You found the Riddler's hat of invisibility!
Fuck's sake.
Where'd the shark go?
Children.
Ooh, nothing says international assassin like a frickin' jetpack.
Shit. I'd break my damn neck.
You're probably right.
Take it.
Jetpacks seem more like a Deathstroke thing anyway.
Deathstroke. Ooh.
Mine.
You got gaslit into that one, my guy. Proper gaslit into that one.
That,
These cutscenes are
that's
looking
not gonna
good,
get
though,
you vertical,
at
Shark.
least, but visually.
I can make my own way up.
Well, tickle me stupid. Sharks can fly!
Alright. New toys, load of guns. Let's get up on that roof and get our freedom back.
So here we're taking these iconic characters who don't typically traverse the way they do in our game. But that's the beauty of our storytelling. We've managed to take these unique abilities and make that an extension of their personalities.
Our power is undeniable!
I guess that's technically plot armor for them, I suppose.
We loved working with Gotham and making that a world for players to experience, and we wanted to do that with a new location.
Good to get out of that place. Hey.
That's a long fucking tentacle, no?
We felt that Metropolis was the natural next step to extend that. And what better way to introduce it than through an invasion from Brainiac with no Justice League to save them?
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
The entire game is about fighting behind enemy lines.
Oi, Waller, What the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here. There's a giant skull in the sky.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive. We're sending a signal transponder to your location.
So you're essentially in Brainiac's backyard.
Your orders are to activate that transponder.
What the hell are those things?
And there's no civilians left. Brainiac's killed them or made them into soldiers to do his bidding. And through this corruption, the people of Metropolis have become extensions of Brainiac.
Hey guys!
Uh-oh.
Thinking I shouldn't ate that
Mr.
extra
Lantern.
tapioca put in my lunch?
Greenie.
What the player knows from our title and what the Suicide Squad is about to find out is that here, the Justice League are the bad guys. They've been corrupted by Brainiac, and over the course of the game, your mission will be to kill them.
Ugh, Green Lantern! Nice! Hey, your face always looks so... what?
Harley doesn't have any innate superpowers, so to go up against these beings that have incredible strength, it's a challenge.
I'm in the middle of a recon for Brainiac. Let's walk and talk. You're talking about, you know, the all-star team of superheroes.
Samoa Joe.
I want you to see this. Pig.
Samoa Joe's the voice actor for Shark. King Shark. So, I'm a wrestling fan, if you didn't know. So, seeing that is incredible. Hey, shout out to you. Samoa Joe's a big player, you know. Getting him in this is awesome.
Attention, Floyd.
Let me go home, please. Get it off! Get it off!
Looks bad, feels worse. But once you've been enhanced, there's no going back. Outstanding. When you face off against the most iconic characters in all of superherodom and the Justice League, it's by many people's definition an impossible task. You're searching for stragglers, augmenting Brainiac's army. The Shark gets it.
The stakes that Rocksteady sets, the challenges they heap upon you as a player.
Time to rally up with Brainiac. Ready to make the leap?
You know immediately, like, this is the tallest task I will ever take on in a video game.
Not a bad suit for
Flash! Brainiac wondered how you got off the ship.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind. Let's make you right, buddy.
You know, that's just what I was gonna say.
You're going to be fighting the Justice League.
Hey, Metropolis.
There's nothing more high stakes than the boss battles we have in this game.
These are gods like Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, The Flash.
So, what's the plan?
At that point, the game really opens up. We start to see players look at their weaponry and really ask the question of, like, how am I going to kill the Justice League?
Yeah, looking forward to killing the Justice League and all, but, well, you know, these guns are a bit shit. Oh, no offense.
Then head northwest. That's the last known of a Gotham arms dealer who's dug into Metropolis. Oswald Cobblepot.
Freaking penguin!
You want to last more than 10 seconds against the League? Cobblepot's been running anti-meta weapons for years. I want him recruited and brought back to the Hall of Justice.
Oh, I'm gonna recruit the shit out of him.
Since Batman Arkham Knight, the Penguin is no longer confined to Gotham City. He's made a name for himself in Metropolis as the authority on anti-meta human weapons. Now, Waller wants the squad to recruit him for Argus.
I see you've already stolen traversal equipment. You'll need it to stay off the streets. Setting a new recon point. Go.
At the heart of each character's playstyle is their traversal. Traversal
I
gives
wanna
the
play
player total
Spider-Man.
freedom. Every character has their own way of getting around that determines how the player moves through this world.
Don't like to boast, but how great was I?
Controlling a
It
superhero
looks better than
character
Gotham
is
Knights,
something
at
that's a
least.
power fantasy for all players.
I
We
quite
wanted
enjoyed Gotham
movement
Knights
through the
as well
city
before
to be
the
fun.
game.
Just
They left that
existing
game
and
in
moving
the-
around in Metropolis is a good time.
Metropolis is quite a normal city. Well, as normal as a city can be in the DC universe.
We spent a lot of time trying to get that art direction correct, trying to get the feel for it correct. You get to see all the kind of DC lore that builds this space.
Let me do the talking with Penguin, okay?
not just a building, it's a daily planet. You know, there's a lot we can inject into the city that makes it more than just a city.
True. I mean, Rocksteady are very good at making their
truly
city
a
feel
penguin.
unique. I mean, if Rocksteady
mate.
if anyone can make a game
And I'm
like
not
this,
a
it would be
boomerang.
Rocksteady.
It is known for
seeing
its
a cop, I'm
size, its
seeing
scale,
going-
anything from...
So I've been seeing on Twitter a lot is some of the people have been saying how this is just Sunset Overdrive 2. It's a funny comment, but I see it. I understand it. It's colourful. It's very fast paced and very samey. That's the same thing that game suffered with. It was just samey, formulaic. But this, I mean, okay, it does still have its MMO BS shit, right? It's not the worst. It can be bad. It can be very bad. Look at Marvel's Avengers and Gotham Knights. However, I enjoyed Marvel's Avengers for a short time with friends like Derpy Dill, and I think Miner played it for a small time with me. But Gotham Knights I played with Derpy Dill I think twice over. We enjoyed the story and the gameplay for that game an awful lot. However, because the developers left that game in the dust, it was pointless, and it was like we forced ourselves to enjoy it, to be honest, at that point, because as much as it was good fun to play, performance-wise it was awful. We'd always have struggles getting into a lobby together, and it would crash every now and then because it was just optimized poorly, and then they forgot about it afterwards. Like the game, they released a towers type game mode, which is just the same level over and over again almost. It's boring. I mean, this villain was interesting, Starro, but Starro shouldn't have been downgraded to Unga Bunga Tower villain. He should have been a prioritized villain in a DLC. But Gotham Knights has been left in the dirt, sadly. And I'm worried that this game... I mean, they say they're going to continue on afterwards, right? But if it fails, how are they going to continue making content for a game that failed? So, and given how Gotham Knights failed and Marvel's Avengers failed, I can see this also ultimately being a failure because no one has succeeded in this area yet. And I would love it if Rocksteady did, because Rocksteady have a flawless track record with DC games right now. And for them to make this and it fail would be a huge chink to the armor of DC's Rocksteady's reputation. So fingers crossed it works out. This is only part one of their insider stuff, so we still got a few minutes left. But I just had to get my thoughts out there right now. Right, let's get back.
The DC lore, you look at Metropolis as the city of tomorrow.
When did Penguin get out anyway?
Out. He was barely in. Money talks, creeps walk, you know?
I hear that.
It's just a great way for players to experience Metropolis in a new way.
This is how I wanted Marvel's Avengers to be fair. Well, he's got a green eye on his head.
G'day, Pengo. Remember me?
No? What's going on?
No. Ain't this a right rose gallery? Who's the big bleeder? Think his cousin used to work for me.
Ooh, which one?
Busted him out of a circus. We're getting the hell out of the city before Argus finds us. You in?
But we are working for Argus.
You bloody what? Real slick, Shark. Good talk. Nice catching up. Give my regards to the locals.
Traversal is at the very core of our game. You will need to be on the move and master each character's movements if you want to succeed. Harley's grapple is made to let her take advantage of the environment to quickly get out of troublesome situations. Or she can use it to quickly close the distance to introduce them to her baseball bat. Swinging from the background lets her circumvent the troopers' shields and flank them. It can also let her catapult herself into the air to shoot the corrupted from above. Now that you've seen some of Harley's combat in this scene, let's explore the rest of the squad's unique playstyles in other encounters.
Okay.
Captain Boomerang uses a mix between sniper rifles, SMGs, and shotguns.
What's cracking?
Each character has an iconic melee attack that can be used to create what we call juggle kills, and also break enemies' shields. Juggling an enemy with a melee attack means they take guaranteed critical hits from all guns for a short period after.
So they have signature...
Shoot enemies in their legs, and then close the distance to do a shield harvesting strike to get some shield back. Let's shift focus to King Shark.
Cause to celebrate!
King Shark is literally death from above, which he gladly shows with his Atlantean drop attack.
Oh, that's cool.
He's the character that can take the most punishment. Heavy weapons, assault rifles and shotguns, and his trusted cleavers, sickles, and combat knives for some brawling action. For the bigger enemies, each character gets a super powerful single target attack. The Suicide Strike. This one-shots any enemy hit, but it takes longer to recharge, so it's important to use it tactically. Finally, Deadshot.
See, you're low caliber, and I'm high caliber.
His traversal is made to let him create his own vantage points. This works great with his weapon loadout, sniper rifles, assault rifles, and pistols. For more up-close action, Deadshot relies on his iconic wrist cannons. One thing we really wanted to bring into this game was a reimagined version of the Arkham counter system, and mix that with our traversal and shooter gameplay. Introducing Counter Shot. Each enemy has a different reaction to the counter shot. Some will be stunned, some will take damage, some will be interrupted and then get really annoyed. Now let's take a look at Harley absolutely demolish Brainiac's forces with all these tools.
Nice.
My show's all knock 'em dead material.
But I'll say this, it's very charming. It's hard not to have a smile on your face when you're watching this, but the point is, it's pleasing on the eye, but is it fun to play? That's what we have to... I mean, visually it looks fun, but it's only when you play it you realise if it's fun or not. Like, I thought Modern Warfare Z was going to be boring and painful, but it turns out MWZ is one of the best parts about the game, because it's fun, especially when you play with friends, and there's a good reason to play it, because if you go in with, like, say, the Rival 9, it's a locked submachine gun at the beginning of the game, right? If you go in there and you find the Rival 9 from a random box or a wall buy or a dead drop from a mercenary, and you extract with that Rival 9, that Rival 9 becomes unlocked for you in every game mode. That's brilliant. I like that. So that's what me and Mesteru were doing. Shout out to Mesteru. When we were streaming it the other day, we ended up just going in, picking up melee weapons and extracting with them, because the melee weapons are sometimes the hardest to find. Like, for example, Mesteru wanted the dual Kodachis for ages, but you could never get them because the challenge to get them was so stupid. But lo and behold, we found him, extracted with him, and now he's got him, and he's gassed with it. But back to this. If it looks very charming. And I'm smiling when I'm watching the gameplay, which is a good sign, I think. So we will see. We'll play on and see. Because, for example, she is still very Harley Quinn. She ain't just using a sniper rifle because she can. You know, like, she has her own sort of takedowns, and it's very characteristic of her, the way she does it, the way she acts. I like it. It's still very much Harley Quinn, and that's something that the previous reveal was missing. It didn't feel like it. It felt like it was just generic player using generic weapons, but now it feels a lot more unique.
Oswald Cobblepot, my man. Do we have a job for you? Tell him, Quinn.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
Thanks for joining us for episode 1 of Suicide Squad Insider.
I'd already started, so I followed through.
In the months leading up to our launch on February 2nd, 2024, we're looking forward to sharing more details and insights about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. In our next episode, we'll be deep diving into more gameplay, combat mechanics, and how to take the fight to the enemy in your own unique style.
I want to show you what happens next. Let's call it a sneak preview.
We really want players to feel like they explored all these characters that we bring to life in this DC universe.
I'm going to enjoy this.
You're starting with characters who aren't very powerful, and through the story, You're learning how to use their skills and become powerful.
We really wanted to deep dive into the RPG system.
You have your enhanced traversal, you have gunplay, you have weapons, there are upgrades and unique talents. And all of that stuff fusing together to create this kind of unique experience.
Together, we are unstoppable. Join me.
Are you kidding?
Tombstone.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was a bit of an information overload. What are my thoughts on it? I think I sprinkled my thoughts throughout, which is pretty handy, which means I don't have to overload you with my thoughts at the end. Initial reaction was a bit rough, but it warmed me near the end, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I mean, February 24th, no. The 2nd of February, did that say? Hold it.
All right.
Shush, caboose. Also playing like that, bro. Can't really have a net. It said, bruh. I'm struggling here. Bear with me. Yeah, the 2nd of February. Okay, it drops on the 2nd of February. Okay. That's a lot sooner than I was expecting, because I was expecting to be a dead-on-year delay, but it turns out it was more of a 10-month delay, I think, roughly, give or take. So, right, back to what I was saying. I think, overall, it's still quite topsy-turvy. But I will, after watching that, I'm a bit more excited for it than I was previously. It's like I said during the gameplay. If anyone can make this work, it would be Rocksteady, because they get these, they understand these characters, and they understand the importance to world building, because they did that with Gotham and Arkham, and they did that with those games as well. I'm not just talking about the when I said Gotham and Arkham, I was just talking about the maps, but they also did that with across all 3 games. They understood the importance of it. And I think that was something that Marvel's Avengers missed out on with Crystal Dynamics. I think that's something that Gotham Knights missed out on, because the game was ultimately rushed, I feel. But this is charming. It's endearing. Colourful too. But I see people's issues and worries, and I agree with them partly. We need to see a bit more, but I'm definitely going to play this, probably with Minor. Apparently it's 4-player, which if that's the case, I might get maybe a few others with me as well. We'll see, because in Gotham Knights, we was hoping it would be 4-player at least, but it turns out it wasn't. Only the tower mode was 4-player, and the actual game itself was 2-player, which was, why have 4 people if you can only have four characters and 2 people use them at once only? Didn't make sense to me. It was really annoying. But at least Rocksteady have learned from that, and I'm very interested to see who they bring along for the Suicide Squad. I mean, I'd hope to see Peacemaker, because he's got a bunch of different helmets. Maybe there is a traversal helmet. I'd like to see my favourite, someone who I was hoping to see in Gotham Knights but didn't, Azrael. You know, the man of God in Arkham Knight. I love that man. He's such a cool character, and I'd love to be able to play as him, because he would just be Batman in this. So there's your playing field. Rocksteady just, copy and paste it in. I know it's not how that works, but it'd be funny. And there's also be like the other story there. Azrael and Batman finally got in the same level, the same field, and then all of a sudden Batman's out here killing people, and Azrael's like, but you told me not to kill. You taught me how I can be better, and now you're doing so. There's a bit of a story element between Batman and Azrael right there. It's whether or not they see that and go for that. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I will be playing it, and I'll see how Minor feels about it as well. which we will probably talk about this a bit more on the Uncharted Pixel, where we do podcasts and so on. So if you're interested in seeing that, type up Uncharted Pixel or go into the link in my description, because I think I've got an Uncharted Pixel link there. So yeah, go and subscribe and wait. All I say is just wait, because we have got content coming. It's just very hard to drag it out because our time zones are very different. Our schedules are different too. But no, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw of the Suicide Squad Insider Part 1. It looks very fun. It does. It does have a fun vibe to it. It's whether or not that carries over into actual playing it. Because watching it looks fun, but is it gonna be fun to play? That's the key point there. Is it gonna be fun to play? So we'll find out. We'll find out that on the 2nd of February. You're more than welcome to join me if you subscribe. You'll see me stream it on that day, hopefully. So yeah, make sure you are subscribed for that. If you enjoyed it though, hit like and comment down below what your thoughts are with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Are you excited? Nervous? Don't like it? Let me know. I'd love to see what you think. And also, let me know what you think I should react to as well. Because right now, I'm only reacting to things that I find. Because obviously I like DC, I like Marvel, I like games. It's all there for me. So let me know what you want to see me react to next. And what else is there? Make sure you subscribe, because otherwise you won't see me post these videos or go live. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see more, and ring that notification bell, because sometimes the subbox don't work. So when YouTube is being great and decides not to alert people that I'm live or I've uploaded a video, if you hit the notification bell, you'll receive an email when I upload a video or go live next. So make sure you do that. Thank you all so much for watching this reaction. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you whenever I next see you. Peace, everyone.